Hey there, philosophy fans. Today we're diving into the world of Plato, one of the most influential thinkers of all time. Seriously, this guy's ideas are still shaping how we see the world like over 2,000 years later. Born in Athens, Greece around 428 BC, Plato wasn't just some dude with a beard and a toga. He revolutionized the way we think about knowledge, justice, and the meaning of life itself. You know, the big questions. Imagine a world where people just accepted things as they seemed. That's what it was like before Plato came along. But Plato was all about questioning everything, digging deeper and searching for truth beyond the surface. So, buckle up as we explore the mind-blowing world of Plato, the OG of philosophy. You might just start questioning everything you thought you knew. Okay, let's rewind to ancient Athens. Picture Plato as a young dude, probably hanging out in the agora, debating philosophy with his buddies. See, Plato wasn't always a philosophical rock star. He was once a student of another legendary thinker, Socrates. Socrates, known for his annoying habit of asking questions instead of giving answers, had a huge impact on young Plato. Think of Socrates as the philosophical Yoda to Plato's Luke Skywalker. From Socrates, Plato learned the power of critical thinking, questioning assumptions, and seeking wisdom above all else. But then, tragedy struck. Socrates was sentenced to death for corrupting the youth with his radical ideas. Can you imagine? This event shook Plato to his core and ignited a fire in him to continue his mentor's legacy. And that's how Plato's journey as a philosopher truly began. He dedicated his life to exploring the big questions, just like Socrates taught him. Now let's talk about Plato's claim to fame, the theory of forms. This is where things get really trippy, so hold on tight. Imagine a world beyond what we can see and touch, a world of perfect, unchanging concepts. That's the world of forms, according to Plato. Think of a circle. You've seen circles before, right? But have you ever seen a circle? Probably not. That's because for Plato, the perfect circle exists only in the world of forms. In Plato's view, everything we experience in the physical world is just a flawed copy of its perfect form in the eternal realm. So the chair you're sitting on, it's just a pale imitation of the ideal chair form. The same goes for beauty, justice, and even love. Mind-blowing, right? The theory of forms is one of Plato's most enduring legacies, sparking debates and discussions among philosophers for centuries. Section 4, The Republic and Other Hits. Plato wasn't just a big thinker, he was also a prolific writer. He wrote a ton of dialogues, which were basically philosophical conversations starring, you guessed it, Socrates. One of his most famous works is The Republic, a blueprint for an ideal society ruled by philosopher kings. Yeah, you heard that right. Plato thought philosophers should be in charge. In The Republic, Plato explores themes of justice, morality, and the best way to govern a state. Spoiler alert, it involves a lot of philosophy. He also wrote other influential works like Symposium, which is all about love, and Phaedo, which explores the nature of the soul and the afterlife. Think of Plato's dialogues as the ancient Greek version of TED Talks. They're full of wit, wisdom, and thought-provoking ideas that still resonate today. Section 5, Plato versus everyone. Philosophical smackdowns. Plato wasn't afraid to throw down in a philosophical debate. In fact, he's famous for his epic arguments with other thinkers, especially his star student Aristotle. Imagine these two philosophical titans going head-to-head, debating the nature of reality, the meaning of life, and whether pineapple belongs on pizza. Okay, maybe not that last one. One of their biggest disagreements was about Plato's theory of forms. Aristotle, the more grounded of the two, wasn't buying it. He believed that forms weren't separate from the physical world, but were embedded within it. These epic philosophical showdowns shaped Western thought and continue to inspire debate and discussion among scholars today. Section 6, Plato's legacy still shaping minds today. So why should we care about some ancient Greek dude who lived over 2,000 years ago? Well, because Plato's ideas are still relevant today, influencing everything from politics and ethics to art and literature. His emphasis on reason, critical thinking, and the pursuit of knowledge laid the foundation for Western philosophy and continue to shape how we understand the world around us. Just think about the concept of democracy. Plato had some serious criticisms of it, but his ideas about ideal governments still influence political thought today. Or consider the impact of his theory of forms on art, literature, and even psychology. The idea of archetypes and universal symbols can be traced back to Plato's concept of forms. Plato's legacy is vast and enduring. He challenged us to think critically, question everything, and strive for a deeper understanding of ourselves and the universe. And that's something worth remembering, even in today's fast-paced world. So, the next time you're pondering the meaning of life, remember Plato, the OG of philosophy, who dared to ask the big questions and inspired generations to do the same.